The storytelling style is interesting, and interesting like a person telling the story. The Khmer Empire, Angkor Wat, Part 2. Rising with Power, Religion, and Engineering of Angkor Wat, Angkor Thom. Following the collapse of the Chenla Empire, the eastern Suvarnabhumi region entered the thriving era of the Khmer Empire, which emerged as one of the most influential and stable civilizations in Southeast Asia for 1,000 years. With its advanced governance, religion, and technology, the Khmer Empire built wonders like Angkor Wat, Angkor Thom, reflecting the power, faith, and wisdom of world civilization. The beginnings of the Khmer Empire were founded by King Jayavarman II, who declared independence at Mount Kulen in 802 CE. He proclaimed himself as Chakravartin, the Emperor of the universe, demonstrating his intention to unify the land and religious power within himself. This marked a significant turning point that unified the various city-states. Subsequently, the Khmer Empire expanded its influence far and wide. Encompassing present-day Cambodia, southern Laos, northeastern Thailand, and central Vietnam, it was one of the region's most extensive and prosperous empires. Angkor Wat was built during the reign of King Suvarnabhumi II, reigned 1113 to 1150 CE, as a dedication to the Hindu god Shiva. Not only is it the greatest religious site in the world, it is also a showcase of the greatest advances in medieval engineering and art. Key features of Angkor Wat include a massive sandstone temple surrounded by a 3.6 by 1.8 kilometer moat. The pediment and walls are intricately carved with scenes from the epics Ramayana and Mahabharata. The canal system and reservoirs, or barrays, that served as the heart of agriculture and the economy. The Khmer Empire's prosperity over the centuries was driven by a holistic water management system, including large barrays such as the East Baray, West Baray, and Southern Baray, which together hold over 50 million cubic meters of water. Irrigation canals and connecting systems between temples, towns, and farms, enabling 2 to 3 crop cycles per year. This water system served as a data center for the ancient state, allocating resources, distributing produce, and maintaining economic stability. Controlling water resources meant controlling the lives of the people and state power. Initially, the Khmer Empire emphasized Hindu worship, particularly devotion to Shiva. However, during the reign of King Jayavarman VII, reigned 1181 to 1218 CE, a significant shift occurred with the formal adoption of Mahayana Buddhism. He built the Bayon Temple and Prayakan Temple, serving as centers of ritual, religious education, and hospitals. This practice employed religion as a soft power, fostering loyalty to the state through the principle of compassion, rather than relying solely on military power. Angkor Wat was not merely a sacred temple, but also the empire's command center for economic, administrative, and centralized power. The mobilization of labor and craftsmen from across the kingdom reflected the centralization of local power under the emperor. The construction of temples and water systems served as a means of fostering close ties between local elites and the royal court. When the water system collapsed, a crop crisis occurred, tax revenue disappeared, and farmer discontent grew. The shift from coercive power to soft power was a key mechanism for effectively dealing with crises, such as drought or food shortages. The temple canal system of Angkor Wat and Angkor Thom became a model for urban planning and water systems in ASEAN, adapted for use in other kingdoms such as Lansang, Sukhothai, and Ayutthaya. Urban planning based on the concepts of religion, power, and engineering became the foundation for ancient urban development in the region. Today, Angkor Wat has become one of Cambodia's key soft powers, attracting tourists from around the world and generating significant revenue for the country. However, the government must carefully manage its impact on the environment and the livelihoods of communities surrounding the temples to prevent tourism from becoming a threat to World Heritage status. The Khmer Empire is not just a story of the past, but it is a contemporary lesson that a stable and sustainable state requires both hard power, such as infrastructure, and soft power, such as religion and symbolic loyalty. Understanding the mechanisms behind Angkor Wat and Angkor Thom is understanding the roots of Southeast Asian civilization, which harmoniously blends power, faith, and wisdom.